talk about the science and technology.
Okay.
How we communicate by the mobile, how it can be done? Any idea? No. Then when we communicate by the phone, then which kind of the what we
Signals.
say about no, not about the signal. What is the internal structure of the mobile? How it can be built? Is it interesting?
Yeah.
Yeah. Then
I'm
firstly the main thing is that the IC is the main part of any
RC.
IC. IC means the integrated circuit.
Okay.
Integrated circuit can be built up by gates, logic gates. And logic gate, in the logic gate there are the lots of transistor. Lots of means it's maybe
Transistor means that reduce the flow of the current. No, sorry.
can
Yeah.
be transmit.
Okay.
And what we think that how many transistor can be inbuilt in the one IC? IC is this small chip, their size is about this or it's
It can be one, but it can be more means more powerful.
yeah, but it can be in billions, millions or in lakhs in the small chip.
But how?
It can be built, by the some software or some manufacturing softwares, and we call it as an IC designing, where we use an VLSI designing model. VLSI means very large integration hardware description language. It's the most important software tool which can be used to build an IC, and any electronic device or any we can say that any technology we are using nowadays, like mobile phones,
Yeah.
cars, electronic cars,
Yeah.
electronic vehicles, and every EV machines, and everywhere can without an IC we can't build a technology. So this is the basic concept to build anything.
Yeah.
And it can be invented in abroad, I think. And in India there is no semiconductor companies are built to manufacture an IC. This shortage of IC in India, we can buy the IC from the abroad. That's why we have we have a huge amount, or we can say that in India everything is much more on a means technology, or we can say in any digital model can be higher cost rather than the other countries. That's why if you want to buy an electronic car, then everybody can't afford it. But if we have all those technology which can be used in to build that kind of vehicles or anything models, then we need an IC. If IC designing is come in India, then we can say it's very the cost is also effective, and
Yeah,
because of that everybody can buy it, and everybody has an affordable the all over thing. Because of that India can also develop.
Do you know about the car sensors?
Yeah, uh, like they're using ultrasonic sensors.
Yeah, TRX and RX, the obstacle detector are there.
And I just want to say about the sensor. Then last year we made a project. It is about the it is mostly helpful for the blind people.
I also made same project.
Okay, how you can build a
I made
project?
first I think about the ultrasonic sensor, but it cost me more. So I made with the proxy resistor sensor.
Okay.
So I joined the connection to the battery and all that and buzzer. So when the blind people are facing obstacle, then the sensor is detecting that and the buzzer will on.
Yes,
And
then
I
they
fitted
can
that in the goggles or stick. There are two options.
And that you say that we can also build the same, but we can add it the database in that system. If we are adding the three people of database in that system, then the buzzer called by the name, and that done by the Python library. We are using
Programming, coding
yes,
language.
programming. There means we can build a database in that system, and then when if you are a blind, we can wear that system to that blind people, and Sarthak is gone in front of them. Then he can that speaker can tell about the Sarthak is in front of you.
In my school, when there was an exhibition, a student made that. I don't know, he was in 7th. He had made a goggle like that only, in which
I was.
Yeah, I didn't know because because the classmates of mine were telling I was not there. So it was like that. It was buzzing only, not showing that who is there, but
Yeah.
it was buzzing.
Yeah.
So before
That was
that,
so small
we
technology.
should do the
Yeah.
programming for it, and then we can enroll all over the database in that system.
Yeah.
Automatic dustbin was also the automatic dustbin when they put
Yeah.
ultrasonic sensor.
And we used in that system the Raspberry Pi kit.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is also the an important kit, and it's much more costly.
Okay.
Yeah.
I was saying that when we are talking about little bit of programming or to be said coding, we think that there are many courses that can teach us coding, but not at all. I had also did a lot, but it didn't help me. And when I saw many videos about the reviews, not reviews but the facts about that,
Okay.
I knew the Byju's is not at all good because Whitehead Junior is also owned by Byju's, and like that only the company is like that. I had also one time Whitehead Junior. I had a mathematics class. They had asked me at first that what is what to say multiplications question 4. I solved in 2 minutes, 2 or 3 minutes. They had given me the time of 4 minutes. Then they asked me a second question that fraction I know. And many students have problems in decimals and fractions. They asked me near to decimals. I didn't know that. And then they told me that you need to study more and you need a class directly connecting with the marketing, and it's very bad
Class.
that the marketing strategies are not good, not at all. The study courses are not bad, but the marketing strategies, yeah.
Okay, that's your topic. But I'm talking about in our school there is a AI lab, artificial intelligence, that can make the decision on the Ambot robot is there. In that robot, the TX and RX transmitter and receiver, they can it can work on the coding and programming by the laptop. If we send him the message that you want to work on that particular path, then the Ambot 2 will work on that part, and it also has a obstacle detector. When we put sorry when we take our hand hit the Ambot, then it will send message to that screen that obstacle ahead. So that is in our lab, and one printer is there for 3D designing any cubic Formax Pro that make the structure of polylatic material made of different kinds of plastic and fossil fuels.
So I was telling that we are only just talking about science and only in one sector near to programming and engineering. So in last conversation and sorry, before some minutes I had asked that how many countries name do you know? 50, 100, all not all. And it's the question that I asked to everybody, and many of the fail tell. Because some countries are there which are not including in UN, such as Palestine, state of Palestine, which doesn't exist, but yeah, it can be formed because the rights are going on in Israel, the countries of Jews, and the country named Holy See or Vatican City. You had heard about Vatican City, but it is also called Holy See. And many countries such as I will tell you 10 countries that you hadn't heard of. So first at all, Antigua and Barbuda. Had you heard of Plymouth? It's a country. They are a very island small countries. San Marino, Andorra.
I think I've
San
seen
Marino you
that
had heard,
game.
but Andorra,
And
and then let me think. Marshall Islands, Melanesia.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't mind that I have many countries. So and Lesotho,
No.
Swaziland, not Scotland, Swaziland.
No, Switzerland.
Then, let me think. Don't mind, but let me think. I don't. I know that you know many countries' names. And then at last, Barbados. I hate to be relevant. Barbados. Had you heard of?
Wait a minute. I heard in one of the video. I didn't
And
remember.
Comoros. There are many small. Cape Verdes, Comoros, and Angola.
No.
In which continent?
What?
In which continent these countries are?
They are by oneself. They are countries. At first, that I had tell you Antigua and Barbuda and Barbados. They are in West Indies. You had heard about
Yeah.
West Indies, but Indies is not an independent country. It is the mixture of many small island countries. Because whenever they have to what we say come in the UN, they have to be mixed in West Indies, but they are considered to be different countries. That's why there are 200 countries. Means
Overall.
200 because there are 195
Yeah.
and 5 more countries are there. But if you count only West Indies, there are 195. And Andorra, San Marino, and one I had told, Vatican City or Holy See.
Repeat.
Holy See, the Holy See. These three are in Europe, and these all are near Central Europe, such as Italy, France. And then I had tell you about Comoros. Comoros, Cape Verde, and Lesotho, Swaziland, and Angola are in Africa. I have a world map. That's why I every day revise the countries' names that I learned.
Also know-
195 whole.
Oh, I also know about the means in technology part. I also made one project that a flying car. In that project, that project was failed due to the less supply of battery, but we managed it. Our exhibition was there in the means of three schools, Badnera, Kathora, and Podar International School of different. So in that project we need the DC motors. DC motors mean not DC one but more powerful fans, and that and all the supply requirements for that project. So we made that project, and it was not flying the car because the weight of the car was too heavy.
Yeah.
So we try something the lightweight to like a fans, helicopter fans or.
Yeah.
So
But till it.
this concept was also used in a flying car. You know that at first when my what we say our sisters or big brothers, they used to reach are in college or had graduated. So they think that they used to think that in 2020 that flying cars will be there. But it was fake. That after 1 year the flying car came. It's very expensive and it will come in market after 2025 because it is over expensive.
Yeah, it is
More
the
than what is a Mercedes.
Mercedes also.
Yeah, because it is not a mixture of aeroplane and car. It is a transformable. We see in the games
Yeah.
that transformable, just
Huh.
like that.
No, it is. You are saying that the cars are too expensive because they have the more powerful motors, that horsepower motors are there. Yeah.
No. It's designed on an aeroplane's line that it has wings
Convertible.
and
Convertible.
a small tires, below tires, or to be said beside tires there is a very large, or to be said powerful fan which helps to go up,
Lifter.
not really takes it, and it is having a what to say the levitating system in which the tires are separated, and there is a space for the tires in the car. And like helicopter, it's a mixture of car, helicopter, and airplane.
No, we were inventing something new, that the car that can work or that can fly, that can be sorry. There are three sources, means that can walk on a run, water, air, airways, and landways. These are the three sources.
Yeah, we can't do that very easily because
Yeah.
it is having some more experiments. It is easy to float it on the water because we just have to change its shape and weight. We have to do it
No,
less.
that
It can't be that 3 in 1, because if we can do it 2 in 1, but not 3 in 1, because the boat needs very less, and because of that the more energy will be needed and it will become more
no,
expensive.
no.
And
You are
that people
talking
won't buy
that you are talking that the cars can float on the water easily, but we need to control over the car. It can float anywhere. The flow is there, and to make that balance, the motor, the different kinds of motor are there. That rotator from we will click the button and the motor will come upside. Then if we on the button, then it go to the downside.
Yeah. But the car can fly by the its what do you say? Had you seen aeroplane? It is working on the system of aeroplane only. Don't have wings, but also have the mechanism of helicopter,
Hmm.
in which just 2 or 3 people can sit.
Hmm.
That's why I was saying that it's the mixture of helicopter.
Hmm.
And I had seen its photo, and we imagine that it is having some wings, but not. It is transformable, and it goes downside and inside the car. That's why the car is too small, small than what is it? Just some people can sit. Had you heard of Nano Tata's
Tata
Nano,
Nano.
which was a big attempt fail? It was if
Sorry.
if 2
Ratan
people can
Tata,
sit
huh.
in Nano, Tata's Nano. So in this car also 2 only people can sit. It's just near to the Nano size. But the aeroplane and the transformer place needs a place that it makes it near a monster truck. It's very big, that are here to here,
Oh.
very large, and that's why it is not. It doesn't fly a lot, and that's why the experiment are now also
No,
conducted.
I was talking with that it cannot fly like a much higher that accidents would be there. No, it will be lift up there where the congestion of traffic is there.
No. I was saying that it can just like fly in air, not
Lift,
levitating.
yeah,
It can fly, but in the air pressure of upside, the system is not working, and that's why it's the experiments are going conducting more on it, that how to less it weight and make it cheaper and more powerful. Means near to
But it will cost more.
it can't fly a lot, but had you seen this building? Double of this building only it can fly.
That much
Look
also.
at it, the buildings.
Yeah, it is also
Double that can,
more.
and it's not very
No,
very huge.
it can. It is capital that it can fly till it, because
And
in
then-
the congested traffic jams are there. So the car will lift up and then move forward, and when the area is clear, that it can land there.
Yeah,
That
yeah,
is
it
idea.
works. But you can think, and it glides in the air. When it comes in air, the levitating system ons, in which all the weight of the extra parts are what is it? The air in the tire is what is it? Punctured, because it makes it some grams less, and then it glides in the air without the lot of power. It glides in the air, and whenever you want, you can make it like the. It won't like this.
No,
but
what you are
directly
talking
like this.
about means
You
you
can-
want to less the air of the tires.
Because the tires are also not very small. Because in the tires, the wings are there. Wings, it's very hard to understand that the where also the air is, the parts are there. Means when you are driving a simple car, the wing should be inside the car, but there is no space in car. Car. That's why the tire is it's what we say punctured. It's automatic. It's fulfill its air a lot
No,
of times.
it can also be convertible, means where it can be upside and or downside like this, and it can be convertible folding fans like.
Yeah. It is also
That is
happening,
a
but
nice
it doesn't
solution.
look good. That's why it also can be fitted in the tire,
No,
and that's why the air is punctured.
we will design it more nicely after means upcoming
Yeah,
generation.
after 2030, it can be in the market, because it is have to do many. It has to do many improvements in the car. Means for just show we can fly, but if we have to do it daily on the daily basis,
Hmm.
it's not that for that.
Now in the hotels are there also the robotic servants?
Yeah,
You
in
know
hot air
that?
balloon it's there, but the hot air balloon can't go like this. It will just fly in the air here and there, but it can't go like this on the straight way, and that's why it's not.
I
Yeah.
can't learn about the most of the part about it, artificial intelligence and robotics, mechatronics. I I know more about the ISRO system and then how satellite can build.
Satellite.
Yeah, and in that system, when this satellite can be built, then firstly they can focus on the propulsion system. You know, there is a three phases: solid, liquid, and gases, and that chemical reaction can be done. That's the most important part in the building of satellite. When satellite going in upward direction, then they injected by the gases. You know, when the satellite is going upward direction, then there is a
Like air is
no, what we say that,
smoke.
yeah, it can smoke and it can be burn out. Because of that burnout, then that can be fly in upward direction. That's why there is used lots of fluid in that.
And I was saying that this era for whole India, or to be said countries, is hard to survive. I am always talking about the countries because I have a lot knowledge about it. That Sri Lanka is dying because of the Sinhalese language was the national language, and because of that the Tamil people wants a new